Okay, now looking down here at the bottom where it says try it. It says complete the table by writing the ratio of the circumference to the diameter and calculating the approximate value rounded to the nearest hundredth. Okay, I would be dividing decimals here. 10.25 divided by 3.25. You do not have to do this. We'll call this optional. All it is practice, and I can practice dividing when I apply that to my work. Okay? 12.5 divided by whom? 4. Good. 5.5 divided by whom? 1 3/4. 23.5 divided by 7.5. Okay, this is just practice here. Now I'm going to apply it a little bit more without the help of a chart. An official hockey puck has a radius of 1.5 inches. R equals 1.5. Write an equation that can be used to describe C, the circumference of the top of the hockey puck, in inches. What two things do they give me? Or are they talking about? Because they didn't really give me the circumference. The things that we've been talking about up here. What do they give me? The radius and what? Circumference. They didn't give me a diameter. I can find it, but I want to use what they gave me. Radius and circumference. Look up here. Which one has a ratio involving a radius and a circumference? Okay, let's jog our memories really quickly. What's a ratio? We forgot what ratios are? Okay, how do we represent them? What is the main one that I've talked about since we technically started school? Who remembers the definition of a rational number? That's a proportion to ratios that are equivalent. What is a rational number? A number, what's the first word that you said? Fraction. Numbers written as fractions. They can equate to whole numbers, but fractions are the main form of ratios or rates that I want. If you were working on that green booklet and it said find the rate, you need to have a fraction. X over or Y over X. Over here, I need a fraction. What else is another name for a fraction? Or another concept or way that we can relate fractions? How do we get a decimal? Good. How do we convert? Divide. So a fraction is a what? A division what? Problem. That says problem. It just doesn't look like it. Anyway, so down here, I want a ratio involving circumference and radius. Not even a ratio. It can be an equation. Well, it could still be a ratio because it's a fraction and it's still a problem. So which one has C and R? There are a couple of them up here. Give me a guess. Look at what's written here in these boxes. I'm not asking you questions on information that you don't have. Pi what? Pi equals C2 over R. Sure, let's do it. Pi equals C2R. Hey, honey. So, what do I know? What do I know? R is 1.5. And what else do I know about my equation here? Do I know this guy? Pi is 3.14. Okay, so now we need to write the numbers in place of the symbols. What's this symbol right here? Pi, which is 3.14, equals, do I know circumference? Nope, leave it as C. Divided by 2 times who? 1.5, good. 1.5. Here's my equation. An equation is a number sentence with an equal sign. Done. I got an equal sign. I got some kind of number sentence there. 3.14 equals circumference divided by 2 and 1.5. Or 2 times 1.5. Now the next part. A bicycle tire has a circumference of 70 inches. They're giving me an important value there. C equals 70. Write an equation that can be used to describe D, the diameter of the bicycle tire in inches. So I need circumference and diameter. What's one formula or even a ratio that has C and D? Circumference over diameter. Cool. Pi equals circumference over diameter. What do I know? Pi is 3.14, and I know that circumference is what, sweetheart? 70. So instead of writing the symbol pi here, what am I going to write? 3 and 1400 equals what? 70 over diameter. Perfect. I just wrote an equation. Done. Okay, did we do the cylindrical popcorn one?
Yes.
We talked about the circular dish.
Oh, wait. Victor?
On page 91, we talked about a cylindrical popcorn being in a circular base.
Oh, yeah, we did
I
that.
never got that far.
Great, then I'm going to get y'all this far because everybody should have been here. So, jog my memory. Tell me what we did. We have 25 and 12 hundredths of inches for my circumference. So, C equals 25.12. I don't want the answer. I said to walk me through it. Telling me the answer does nothing.
Not the answer. So we gotta find out what it is.
Oh, yes, that is correct. Thank you. Which expression can be used to describe the relationship between the circumference and the diameter? So I have to find the diameter. I need to go back to one of those equations that I used up here. Which one has diameter? D
circumference
equals
divided by pi.
circumference divided by pi. So I'm going to take this number and divide it by 3.14. Which answer shows that?
D.
Good. Okay. Now Victor has a circular clock in his room. The long hand of the clock is the radius with a measure of 6 centimeters. Circle, boom. This is 6. The approximate radius. Circumference of the clock, the face of the clock is 37 and 6800 centimeters. So C equals 37.68. Which of the following ratios shows the relationship between the radius and the circumference of a clock face? So I need C and R. Go back to your equations. Which one has a C and an R?
R
equals
C divided by 2 times pi.
Or
Pi equals C divided by 2 times pi.
okay, so I need R equals C over 2 pi, or pi equals C over 2R. All I'm doing is switching the R and the pi. Okay?
My mom's on. Can I go there?
Yeah, go ahead. So, what is my circumference?
37.68. So that'll be on top.
Over 2 pi, and what's my R?
6.
Equals 6. Over here, 37.68 over 2 times what?
2 times the
Times-
ratio. I mean, radius.
What's my radius? 6, which equals pi. Which answer shows one of these? Which one? J.
Well, G does, but it's not.
It's not correct.
Yeah,
If the placement is flipped like that, then you're going to get a completely different answer and it's going to be wrong. Okay, good. Well, that's why we come to tutorials, so we can get a little bit of a heads up or a head start. The table shows the approximate circumference and diameter for each of 3 jar lids. The diameter is 3, 5, and 6.5, and the circumference is 9, 15, and 20. About. Which statement best describes the relationship between the diameter and the circumference of each lid? Okay, looking at 6 inches less and 6 inches more and 1/3 and 1/3. What did I say in your notes specifically?
About what?
About the diameter and the circumference and how they're related.
Oh, you said or round to 3. Your final.
Round to 3, my final answer will be a little bit more. But what did I say involving the third? This should be written in your notebook, not necessarily on your Think Up Math page.
You said wait, which? Is it keywords for circle?
Yeah, toward the bottom.
It's just where we create the reference.
Mm-hmm.
Circumference is about 3 times.
Diameter, good.
Or diameter is about 1/3 of circumference.
Good. So, based off what we said, which answer is appropriate? This is directly from your notes.
It would be C.
It would be C, correct. Circumference, or the diameter is about 1/3 of my circumference. I'm trying to find that in my own notes so I can point it out. It's not in that
There's
book.
no keywords for circle.
Keywords for, boom, right here. Diameter is about 1/3 of circumference. Circumference is 3 times the diameter approximately. Okay? Now let's go on. Here, I got a pizza. The Haley family orders a large pizza for dinner. The pizza has a circumference of 25.12 inches. This is my C. The radius of the pizza measures 4 inches. This is my R. Which of the following ratios relate the circumference of the pizza to its diameter? So if they give me C and they give me R, how do I find diameter?
It's circumference divided by radius.
25.12. Yes, circumference divided by radius times what? Not to a power. Times 2. Okay? So 25.12 divided by what?
25.12
divided by
4 times 2.
4 times 2, which is what?
8.
By 8. Which answer shows division by 8? There's only one. Last one. A bike wheel has a diameter of 28 inches. Which expression can be used to describe the circumference of the wheel as it relates to a diameter? Okay, real quick.
I believe it would be G. And that's how we solve the problem.
Good. Why would it be G?
Because it's always going to be radius on the bottom.
Wait.
No, it's 28.
This would just be radius times pi, though. I want to have my circumference here. So I need a formula that involves C and D. What is that formula?
It would be, I got that. 28 circumference over diameter equals pi.
Okay, give me another one. Give me another one that starts with C and ends with D.
C over pi.
There's no fraction.
Like 28. C equals pi times D.
Good. C equals pi times D. C equals, what's pi? 3.14. What's D? 28 times 3.14. Which answer shows that? The order doesn't matter.